Hey, welcome back to part 11. Today I'm doing something completely different. As you saw in the last video, the welder broke. I ordered the parts. It's been a week, they haven't shown up yet. So I can't really do anything welding-wise over there. So what I'm going to do today is, for the first time in a while, I'm going to focus on the body. Plan is to get everything off of this carcass that unbolts at the end of the day. That basically means doors and glass. I think that's about all that's left. So I've never taken glass out of 50's car that has that kind of weird rubber set-in channel thing. I don't plan on saving the glass. I plan on replacing all of it, but I'd still like to get it out in one piece in case I change my mind. That back window, for example, is $500. So, budget-wise, I might decide that it's not worth it to replace, and I'll just keep the original, but I'm gonna try real hard to get everything out and not break it. I'm actually gonna be referring a lot to this reprint of the original manual. It is pretty good manual. It is a pretty good manual as far as telling you how to get things taken apart. So I will be referring to this. There will probably be a lot of time lapse in this. So I guess here we go. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is get this door off, just because I think it's gonna be in the way of everything else. This door is still complete. The other one I started stripping down. I don't quite have it completely all the way apart, but I kind of wanted to do a separate video just showing how to disassemble the door. There's some weird tricks to it that I'm still figuring out myself. Even if nobody else out there cares how to take the inside of a door apart, I will watch my own video back and then I will know how to put this thing back together when I'm done. So I'm just gonna get this complete unit off, set it aside, and then in a video down the road I can do a proper disassembly of this. As far as I know, I've got a few giant Phillips head screws here, and that's it. So I have a jack supporting the back. Hopefully it's not so heavy that it'll just go crashing to the ground, but it might. Okay, so there's one bolt down here and two bolts in here. I already have one out here, and then 3 screws that are finger tight, hopefully to steady the door. And I'm just about to take off that last bolt here. The last thing most people would probably just ignore, the plates here and here that hold those bolts. I don't know how they're attached. It looks like they might be spot welded here, but I just want to make sure, because if they're loose, then I want to be able to put them in the bags with the rest of the hardware. Nope, looks like it's got little tabs bent over to retain that. Okay, I think the spot welds I saw are attaching this piece of metal to this piece. So I'm gonna go around and pop all those off, put them in the bags with the hardware, so it's all held together, and you don't need to watch me do that. Okay, we're inside the car, obviously. I'm gonna try to get these quarter windows out. These have always been kind of scary to me, just because they're so unusual. The first time I started rolling this down, I was like, oh geez, it's broken. Nope, that's what it does. So that's it. And obviously it's never worked very great, but that's why you restore a car. So I have the manual here. I'm gonna kind of follow the manual. Hopefully it'll walk me through it. Okay, if it's a convertible, lower the top. Done. Remove the rear seat. Done. Remove the quarter trim and hardware. Done. Remove molding support. Probably pieces of wood. No, probably not, because in the picture it still has the piece of wood there. I don't know. Remove quarter glass hinge pivot bolt. So I assume this is the pivot bolt. I guess we'll find out. That looks like a pivot. Move glass into half up position. Suppose that's about halfway. Disengage hinge arm from female hinge. Hinge arm from female hinge. What does that mean? Alright, I'm going to cut the camera, I'm going to mess with this, and I'll bring you back for the other side once I know what I'm doing. Alright, I figured it out. I don't know if what I did is what this book says, but I think so. So to remove the quarter windows, put it up about halfway. Take out the bolt up in the corner. Then what you do, pull the pin out. I think that's what they mean by female hinge. Okay. Then just take the corner of the window and get it out of the track. You have to find just the right spot to do it. And then when you slide it out far enough, this will come out of that track. Just like that. There you go. Half an hour for the first one, 2 minutes for the second one. All right, so there's still a few pieces in there, things to take off, but I've got about an hour left before I'm supposed to go home. I'm gonna try to get the windshield out. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna film it in case it breaks. This weather stripping goes around the windshield, and then this chrome goes in there at that time, and then the whole unit comes in. So the chrome doesn't come off before the windshield, it'll all come out as one unit. To take it out, according to the manual, it says to start peeling a corner and just kind of working your way around. I'm not saving this, it needs to be replaced. So if I have to cut it, it doesn't really matter. But I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Yeah, that's not going well. I'm gonna cut it. All right, I succeeded. So the confusion with this car continues. It says on the original bill of sale that the color was regatta blue, which is dark blue. And in the picture when I brought it home, you can see there's plenty of dark blue on it. But I always thought it was weird that the firewall was light blue. My assumption was that it started off dark blue, and then at some point somebody did a really, really good job painting it light blue. And that would confirm that here, because you can see there's a mask line, dark blue where the windshield is, light blue below it. Then there was this though, this presumably writing from the factory on top of light blue. Now maybe that was a wax crayon and the paint just didn't stick to it. Up here we have light blue again. Down here we have dark blue again. If somebody resprayed it, they obviously took the windshield out, so then why did they mask this when they could have just painted it up to there? It's so weird. I guess I shouldn't care because it's going to be green and yellow when I'm done. Well, I didn't get as far as I hoped, but I made pretty good progress. I'm going to clean up my mess, and get out of here for the day. I guess video 11 continues. All right, welcome back to video 11B. I'm gonna get this back window out, get the window tracks out, anything else I find that's bolted on or glued on. Here we go. Okay, now I'm in the car. I found that there is a small little stud and nut here that I assume holds on that chrome outside, and it is right on the edge, so I can't even get a nut driver over it. All right, it survived extraction. Hopefully it'll survive storage. Where the hell do I put this? All right, well, I have kind of a groundbreaking discovery made, and I mean, you watching at home probably don't care. This car came from the factory light blue. I have definitively figured that out. The reason I always thought it was dark blue wasn't just because there was plenty of dark blue on the car when I got it, but I'm pretty sure the guy I bought it from told me it was dark blue. And I had a piece of paperwork that said R blue for regatta blue. Upon further digging and research, I found another piece of paper that was from the factory with the list of options for this particular car, and it lists H blue, which is for horizon blue or light blue. Now, the only thing left that I couldn't figure out was why was this dark blue under the windshield? That implied to me that the windshield had come out for one of the repaints, but I forgot the dashboard is dark blue from the factory, the top of it. So they masked it off here to spray the dashboard before they put the windshield in. So this was a light blue car. We got light blue up here, and on the back window all the way around is light blue. So something I thought was true since 1996, turned out I was wrong. So one little tidbit of information I learned today. All right, so that is all the glass. I got a few little things that I'm gonna take out off camera just because they're not that exciting to watch, like the window tracks and regulators for the quarter windows. There's some rubber plugs, factory sound deadening. But yeah, really this thing is, for all intents and purposes, stripped, which is kind of exciting because that means it's almost time to start doing body work. And I like doing body work a lot more than I like cutting plate steel and welding it to a frame. And as the frame is going, I just put up a video this morning. I got the welder fixed. So after this video goes up, I'll be starting on part 12, which is going to be back to working on the frame, back to using my broken welder that hopefully is no longer broken. And you'll see if I fixed it properly, and also I'll give my opinions on the MIG gun I got. I'm going to leave it here, and I'll bring you back if anything else exciting happens. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.